Welcome to 111, and today we are, of course, talking about the Lotus Emira. We'll be sharing our reactions when we got up close and on board the brand new Lotus at the Goodwood Festival of Speed. So John, we were fortunate enough to be invited to Goodwood to see the Emira, but also to be part of the launch of the Type 131.
We were invited as, I hate to use this phrase, super fans.
We were super fans.
Super fans, yes we were.
Super.
Yeah.
So it's the Type 131, the Lotus Type 131, and they invited 131 super fans to be part of the kind of the virtual launch, didn't they?
That's right, yeah. You were picked up on the, I think they did like some 3 big screens, didn't they? And they were kind of showing fans during the launch event.
So it was brilliant to be invited to be a part of that as a Lotus owner and a Lotus fan. And kind of what were your first reactions when you saw the car unboxed?
A little bit blown away actually. Kind of very un-Lotus. It looks a very finished product. And very striking. This whole kind of new design language that they're trying to get, into their new platforms. This Halo Evija kind of squashed into this newer sports car platform. Looks absolutely brilliant, I have to say. Yeah, really, really liked it. Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's no secret that Lotus historically struggled financially, and so it's kind of a number of years where we kind of get used to just kind of rebadged versions of the old car. Which kind of minor updates.
All fantastic. Yeah. But to actually see the investment and see the end product of that, just amazing. It's
such a big effort. The market was too small, what they were doing previously, so they had to do something different, and this looks like a really good start.
It does, doesn't it? It's I think they described it as the most complete Lotus to leave Hethel, because it's the kind of car that you could drive every day and you could live with every day, like a Porsche, like a Jaguar F-Type, which I think has been benchmarked against. So big thumbs up from us.
And even though this whole new look, they've kind of incorporated a lot of the older stuff as well. So that front end with the kind of more typical Elise Exige with the 3 kind of ducts across the front has kind of harked over into this new model. So I think it's quite nice for that continuity.
It blends the old and the new, doesn't it? It's got those kind of classic haunches that the Elise and the Exige and Evora have had. That design language that they've been using since the 90s, really. So I think that Russell Carr's done a brilliant job with the design. But beyond design, you actually got to experience the car.
I did
firsthand up the hill at Goodwood.
I did.
Lucky sod.
A little bit blown away, I have to say. We were invited down by Lotus, which was great in itself. And the icing on the cake was literally an invite to originally go up in the Elise 240 Final Edition. It was the press car that they're taking up as part of all the different runs, which is actually going to be Matt Windle's car.
Yes.
So I thought he was having a different car, but no, it's the press car that he's sunk his own money into to buy.
Yeah, because he said, didn't he, that he was going to buy a Final Edition Elise, and he's gone for the press car.
He has, so that's going to be his later in the year.
So you were meant to be in that car.
So I was meant to be in that car, and it transpired that I think a prospective client was going to be going up in the Emira, and they didn't turn up. Did not turn up.
Might have had something to do with the Euros final.
It could have, but more for them. I think I'd rather have a go in this, to be honest.
Well, once in a lifetime experience.
Yeah, no public offerings to go in them. It was very much invite only.
Well, I think you must be one of a handful of people who've actually been in that car, driven at speed.
Yeah.
So go on then, we've got a video here on board the Emira up the hill at Goodwood.
Yeah.
Let's watch the video, talk us through the lap. Can I call it a lap?
The run, the climb up the hill. Yeah.
Talk us through the climb.
Insert what you want there. So I did ask when we started the trip. It was with Dan from Dynamics, who was doing the driving. Big thanks to Dan. Very kind of open with any information. He was very happy to kind of share whatever sort of answers that I was after. When I was asking him questions. And I did say to him, look, can you just give it the beans off the start? And he duly did. He left a lovely set of 11s off the start line. So really good. So here we are. First right-hand corner. Really progressive off the line. No sudden jolts. Seemed to have a really good power delivery. Didn't use the air brake on the first corner, which I was quite pleased with because he was really going for it. The V6 howl as it goes through the main grandstands. Quite comforting for any current Lotus owners who've already got those engines. And eased off on the left-hander here. No real body roll, it's a pre-production car, lots to probably still kind of finish on settings and configuration and things like that. But it just seemed, it felt really, really planted, very smooth as well on any undulations. Through the technical part here of the wall, where we've had quite a few crashes during the 4 days, and then it opens up here to go across the finish line just around here. But yeah, just it just felt really, really complete. Something I've not seen before from the Lotus. Absolute magic.
That's a quick view. That's about just over a minute.
Wow. Yeah, absolutely blinding. I think the fastest cars over the course of the 4 days was about 47, 48 seconds. So to do over a minute, carrying a passenger, member of the public, it was still a really impressive time.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So obviously you've been in other Lotuses that use the same engine, the V6, the Exige, the Evora. How did it compare in terms of the dynamics and the handling? How do you think it compared to those cars? On a par with those, or?
Oh, I reckon so. Yeah. So obviously, I wouldn't necessarily compare it with the Elise or the Exige. They're a different breed. But very kind of, if you've got an Evora already or something like that, then it's kind of, this is a new platform, so it's a new chassis, it's a new body, but it's kind of that sort of mould, isn't it? It's kind of the sort of the GT kind of type everyday car.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just really impressed with the finish. Just like in terms of sitting in the cabin, the headlining, the doors closing, there's all that kind of really good solid clunks and feels, and there was no kind of rattles on the dashboard. Yeah. It just felt really complete.
So more of an Audi than a Lotus then?
Ooh.
The reassuring clunk.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, to be serious, if they're going to be competing with the likes of Porsche,
they've got to,
needs to be there, doesn't it?
It does have to be there. They're going to a different production line. They're bringing in a lot more automation than they've done before. So it has to be right if they want to take it into the market that they're trying to get into.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So obviously this car is going to come with 2 engine options, isn't it? You were in the V6 manual.
That's right, yeah, V6 manual, which actually had, I didn't realise to begin with, but it still has the exposed gear shift. So there's kind of the floating tunnel, and then you can see the exposed linkage underneath. Yeah. Although there's a bit more meshing behind it, probably a bit more health and safety.
Yeah, but I think it was a very popular feature of the...
It was. Well, that's one thing we're looking forward to, isn't it, on the Elise? Yeah. So that was the manual I was in, the V6, and they did do the auto as well, which is sort of currently offered on the Evora and the Exige. And later in the year, they're going to be, or later in 2022, they're going to be producing the AMG inline 4 engine, which will be DCT only. So there'll be no manual option with the 4-cylinder.
Yeah. So I'm really excited to see and hear a new engine in a Lotus. I think a lot of people are quite excited by that 4-cylinder option, and I think that is going to be the entry level car, isn't it? The £60,000 car will be the 4-cylinder.
It is, yeah. So it's engine. So the V6 is coming first, which will be the more expensive one, we believe. So that will probably be more toward the 70-75, maybe more once you've added options. And that one comes out first. The AMG comes out later.
Yeah.
It's important to note.
And I think, from what I hear, the order books are already pretty full.
Yeah, again, chatting to some of the guys there, they were very confident that they're seeing numbers that they did not expect. Yeah. I think we've heard sort of rumours that, in terms of the order book is looking pretty much full now for 2022. It's running into 2023 now.
Wow. Which
I think is beyond their kind of where they expect it to be so soon. And, the reviews across, the public, like Lotus owners, non-Lotus owners, the press, trade, has all been extremely favourable.
Yeah, reactions have been incredible, and I suppose even though it hasn't been test driven yet, it's a Lotus, so it's going to be good.
It's going to be good. It really is, yeah.
So the big question, John, is have we bought the wrong cars?
So we kind of wondered about that last time, didn't we, when we were on the last video?
Yes.
I don't. Well, I guess.
So, just to bring you up to speed, if you haven't watched the last video, we've just placed we are awaiting delivery of 2 Elise Cup 250s, Final Editions, which is not a lot less money than the Emira.
No, so the base spec, the 4-cylinder, is going to be very similarly priced, maybe a touch more, but it's a different platform, and it really depends what you want out of the car. So, certainly from my own opinion, I'm after a weekend car, something that I can kind of get into at the weekend and kind of down tools from the working week. and enjoy something that's raw. Now I know there's been a lot of kind of internet reaction about, oh, it's not Lotus, it's not lightweight, but they have to do something different, which is going to make them money. And so this car is more the all-round, like I mentioned before. It's going to be going after things like the Cayman or the 718, and the F-Type Jag, I think, is probably the market they're looking at. And it's a different type of consumer. Yeah. So they have to cater for that to be able to then, if Lotus can produce those cars for that type of market, that then makes them a profit. And then that enables them to make the cars like the Elise or the Exige that we can buy. I'm all for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes, I think if I needed a Lotus to kind of tick every box and take me down the motorway to work every day and be a weekend toy, the Emira absolutely 100% wins hands down.
Oh yeah.
But as a weekend toy, something that like you said, is a bit of escapism. Is a bit of an outlet.
I think that just fits what we're after, doesn't it?
That is kind of purely analog.
Yeah.
And let's face it, John, we're getting old, and there's a bit of nostalgia kicking in, isn't there?
Right. Yeah.
I think we're going to still be tinkering with our Elises when we're in flat caps.
You'll be flat caps, won't you? Yeah. But
I think I'm still very happy with my purchase of the Elise. Yeah.
So on that then, the last time you had some updates previously. There were some delays on parts. There was issues obviously with COVID. Some stuff coming from abroad. Have you heard any more at all?
Yes. So last time was I think 2 weeks ago. And we've just been told there were some delays. We spoke to Lotus at Goodwood, and they were super helpful. So I got a call from Scott at Lotus. Big thank you to Scott. A couple of days after Goodwood, who gave me an update on the car, took some pictures. So as you can see, the car here, which was last week, already well underway. Engine mounted
great
to the chassis, front and rear clams on. Seats in.
Look at that colour.
Yes,
that's quite bold, isn't it?
Yeah. So this was last week, and then this morning, got some more pictures through from Lotus. And as you can see now, the wheels are on. The paintwork's been polished. So just a few final fit and finish bits to do, stickers to go on, and then we're good to go.
Exciting.
So I don't have a date yet, but it will be very, very soon. I would imagine the car will be ready to collect, hopefully by the end of this week. Right. And we're at Silverstone Classic on the 1st of August, aren't we?
That's right, yeah. So I think that's one thing you've been really hoping for, because there's going to be a parade, Elise parade around the circuit. I don't know if it's the full circuit or which layout it is, but it's something that you really wanted to have the car for. Yeah,
it's 25th anniversary celebration of the Elise. So Lotus Drivers Club are taking part in this parade lap around Silverstone. So it would be incredible to have a Final Edition Elise and take part in that. So fingers crossed.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if you're looking forward to seeing that Cup 250 as much as we are, then please do give us a subscribe, because as soon as we get the car and we can get it on some roads and do some filming with it, we'll be sure to share that content with you. So give us a subscribe, give us a like, and thank you for watching. We'll see you again soon.